dang energy drink. Now, this is really freaky going back to Morrowind. I'll just take it slow, explaining everything that's strange coming up. There. Maybe it's more difficult to comment on it in a video, because then I don't know who I'm talking to, and then I'm saying it forever. Yeah, that was real strange, all those letters that just said to me.
They have taken you from the Imperial City's
This is
prison,
some freaky looking stuff.
first by carriage and now by boat. To the east,
And you
to
actually
Morrowind.
think this is really cool.
Fear not, for I am
Love
watchful.
seeing this.
You have been chosen.
Many fall, but one remains.
Wake up. We're here. Why are you shaking? Are you okay? Wake up.
What exactly was that supposed
Stand
to
up.
be? It was like
There you
having
go.
a vision or something?
You were dreaming. What's your name?
Alright, I'm gonna put my own name in. Which is a strange word.
Well, not even last night's storm could wake you. I
It's
heard
all
them say we
caps.
reached Morrowind. I'm
They
sure
won't
they'll
take
let
the
us go.
time to make part of my name lowercase.
Quiet. Here comes the guard.
This is where you get off. Come with me.
Yeah, this font is really strange. It's very geometrical. And when you're playing this, you might still be learning how to read. And if you can encourage reading, and it's like, well, that's all you need to encourage to this game is you
Get
just need
yourself
to
up
read
on deck
more,
and let's
right?
keep this as civil as possible.
Oh, wow, look
This
at
is
the
where they
water.
want you. Head down to the dock and I'll show you to the census office.
What's that thing over there? I'm not even reacting to it anymore.
You finally arrived, but our records don't show from where.
Oh, wow, look at each one of these. Whoa, what's that? That looks insane. What is that thing? Oh, yeah, that guy is bald. Look at all these. What? He's furry. Whoa, tattoo face. What's up with the mustache? Orc, that's what I would normally choose, because I played Warcraft. So I already played something with orcs in it. And now I'm looking at their skill bonuses. And that's strange to already be this objective, because you're probably not this objective in real life. And then I'm reading their specials, and they seem like they're all sort of racial jokes. Uh-huh. Yeah, you read these and you don't know if they're supposed to be funny, but they mean to imply. Mm-hmm. Immune to frost. I don't know what woad is. Thunderfist, that sounds suggestive. And And I could have chosen Imperial or Nord, and Imperial, that's already kind of an offensive word, actually. And then Nord, I actually don't like seeing the word, but I probably am not thinking about this, like, very IRL. I end up choosing Nord just because I thought the hairstyles and faces and the character creation screen were slightly better than Imperial. Reading the skill bonuses again.
Great. I'm sure you'll fit right in.
Doesn't seem
Follow me up to the office and they'll finish your release.
like the skill bonuses are the skills I'm going to be choosing.
Yes, we've been expecting you. You'll have to be recorded before you're officially released. There are a few ways we can do this, and the choice is yours.
And people get excited about the answers questions.
On a clear day, you chance upon a strange animal, its leg trapped in a hunter's claw snare. Judging from the bleeding, it will not survive long. What do you do?
Do not interfere in the natural evolution of events, but rather take the opportunity to learn more about the strange animal that you've never seen before. Draw your dagger, mercifully ending its life. With a single thrust, use herbs from your pack to put it to sleep. And you
One
can
summer afternoon, your
look
father
at all
gives you a
these
choice of
questions with
chores.
friends
What
and
would you
talk
rather
about
do?
what you think they mean, like our Rorschach ink block test. Go catch fish in the stream using a net and a line. Work in the forge with casting an iron for a new plow. Gather herbs for your mother, preparing a dinner. YXA.
Your cousin has given you a very embarrassing nickname, and even worse, likes to call you it in front of your friends. You have asked him to stop,
A
but he
lot of
finds
these
it
things
very
are
amusing
things
to
people
watch
can
you
relate
blush.
to.
What do you do?
Make up a story that makes your nickname a badge of honor instead of something humiliating. Make an even more embarrassing nickname for him and use it constantly until he learns his lesson. Beat up your cousin and tell him that even if he calls you that nickname again, you'll bloody him up worse.
There is
than this
a
time.
lot of heated discussion at the local tavern over a group of people called telepaths. They've been hired by certain city-state kings. Rumor has it these telepaths read a person's mind and tell their lord whether a follower is telling the truth or not.
And it's
You
difficult to
believe
make
what?
these points multiple times. You know, just like time and again. Yeah, spying on the public, but then also, it's a funny thing to bring up. Right to privacy and stuff. And, King.
Your mother sends you to the market with a list of goods to buy. After you finish, you find that by mistake a shopkeeper has given you too much money back in exchange for one of the items. What do you do?
Return to the store and give the shopkeeper his hard-earned money, explaining to him the mistake. Pocket extra money, knowing that the shopkeepers in general tend to overcharge customers anyway. Decide to put the extra money to good use and purchase items that would help your family.
While in a marketplace, you witness a thief cut a purse from a noble. Even as he does so, the noble notices and calls for the city guards. In his haste to get away, the thief drops the purse near you. Surprisingly, no one seems to notice the bag of coins at your feet. What do you do?
And in this game, you're probably going to just pick up the bag of coins. Or maybe if it's part of a quest, then I guess you do just do whatever the dialogue of the game is telling you to do. But you don't really, it's not really whatever your normal reaction would be.
Your father sends you on a task which you loathe, cleaning the stables. On the way there, pitchfork in hand, you run into your friend from the homestead near your own. He offers to do it for you, in return for a future favor of his choosing. What do you do?
Decline his offer, knowing that your father expects you to do the work and it's better not to be in debt. Ask him to help you, knowing that two people can do the job faster than one. Agree to help him with one task of his choosing in the future. Accept his offer, reasoning that as long as the stables are clean, it matters not who does the cleaning.
Your mother asks you to help
I kind
fix
of know
the
what
stove.
that's like. That's happened. That's
While
came
you're
up a
working,
couple
a very
times,
hot pipe slips
like
its
3
moorings
times. I
and
think that
falls
was,
towards her.
the same
What do you do?
situation. Position yourself between the pipe and your mother. Grab the pipe and push it away. Push your mother out of the way. And those all seem kind of silly. Grabbing the pipe or pushing your mother down, or just like trying to take the blow
While
of the
in
pipe.
town, the baker gives you a sweet roll. Delighted, you take
What
it
was
into an
the other
alley to
option
enjoy,
that it should have
only
said?
to be intercepted by a gang of 3 other kids your age. The leader demands the sweet roll, or else he and his friends will beat you and take it. What do you do?
Act like you're going to give him the sweet roll, but at the last minute throw it in there, hoping that you will pay attention to it long enough for you to get a shot on the leader. Drop the sweet roll and step on it, then get ready for the fight. Give him the sweet roll now without argument, knowing that later this afternoon you'll have all your friends with you and you can come over and take whatever he owes you. And I guess that's still sort of stuff that happens. Yeah, sure. It's not a sweet roll, though. Wouldn't see me
Entering
walking
town, you
around
find
town
that
with one, but
you are witness to a
maybe
very
some
well-dressed
Skittles.
man running from a crowd.
They're getting
He
bullied.
screams to you for help. The crowd behind him seems very angry. What do you do?
Rush to the man's aid immediately, despite your lack of knowledge of the circumstances. Rush to the town's aid immediately, despite your lack of knowledge of the circumstances. Stand aside and let the man the mob pass, realizing that it's probably best not to get involved. And that's probably what they're going to do. They're just not going to get involved. You're not going to get involved. Okay, I'm going to stop it for a second to make sure the audio is recording, because I don't want to go through the entire thing.
Very good. The letter that preceded you mentioned you were born under a certain sign. And what would that be?
And I guess I just wanted to talk about astrology here. And while repeating whatever dialogue I said the first time, I don't know, seems exhausting to repeat yourself. And I'm going to choose the mage. I can do more magicka. I don't know what you base your choices on. Or if something just stands out to you, maybe you just want to go with whatever one looks the coolest or sounds the coolest. Ah, yeah, here we go. I've chosen the warrior before. Probably because I was told I was
Interesting.
stupid and I'm just
Now,
going to be
before I
swinging
stamp
my
these
sword
papers,
around.
make sure this information is correct.
Yeah. Be staring at this a lot. I was gonna go back and make my own class, but Spell Sword was pretty close to what I was gonna make anyways. And I'm probably screwing up on making a class anyways, and that's probably where Skyrim did make it better when they just made it so that you didn't make a class. Yeah, and I remember not knowing what most of these words were, and not only do you not know what these words really mean, but a lot of this stuff is made up or like unarmored. You don't really know where that word begins and ends when you're a kid. Or mercantile, marksman, acrobatics. I don't really know what athletics and acrobatics are. They're like, yeah, you can say that again. Armor, mysticism, restoration, restroom. I don't know what that is. Illusion, and the whole thing is actually an illusion. Speechcraft. Alchemy. I guess that's what they used to call chemistry or just mixing things together. Okay. That's cool that this one has like spear and axe and stuff. I think eventually axe is just blunt weapon, but you don't really notice some of these skills going missing. And then, yeah, it's like you kind of have to commit to one. Oh yeah, I'm just a master of all weapons. It's almost like, why? And then, I don't really remember this game perfectly. I just remember things like enchanting, and maybe I should have put more points into alteration. Did I not choose alteration? Damn it! Whoops. Just swore a little bit.
Show your papers to the captain when you exit to get your release fee.
So curious. I know there's a way to. I feel like
Take your
I used to
papers
steal
off the
that
table
gold
and go
platter.
see Captain Gravius.
Oh, I think I know what you do. You steal the gold platter and then drop it, and then you pick it back up after they talk to you.
Continue through to the next building and talk to Celes
But I didn't
Gravius.
do that this time. It's like, oh, you got a few more gold pieces out of the opening room. Congratulations. Just another one of those hidden chests I was telling you about. I have to have this conversation again about how anyone that whose parents are watching them, it can freak them out to see someone just steal every item in the first room. And then this is also what I was talking about with the first goblin, where you project your intelligence onto these puppets or mannequins, characters. You project your intelligence onto them and you think that they actually have thoughts and reason, because you would think that the guy would know that you walked through here and would suspect you of stealing all this stuff. It's like, I'm not even in sneak mode, which is a thing in the game, and I'm just taking all this stuff to sell it at the local trader, because stores just buy things. And actually in real life, you can't even sell anything you have. You can sell things, but it's not as easy as this game. It's actually just like, no, you don't sell things. You just throw it away. None of your stuff is actually really worth anything. Or, yeah, you can sell your stuff. That's like, I've never been to a pawn shop before. I don't even know where they are or how it works. As I'm gonna steal the torches in here too. It's like cup. When I see that cup goblet, I think of the Holy Grail. Yeah, and you believed in the Holy Grail when you played this game too, didn't you? I was like, no, that could still be a thing. Steal the buckets. Oh yeah, this makes me think about times where I mopped stealing buckets. Yeah, get those buckets. Oh wow, this is like opening up a pop-up book you're familiar with or something. Yeah, did you see that? Magic.
Your papers, please.
And this is a reading game. Sell Us Gravius. His name is Sell Us. I'll sell us to the grave. Right. And this game is having me be really inquisitive. Like, I'm following the conversation. Anytime I don't know something he's talking about, I ask him about it. I guess that's where I learned that from. And make sure to ask them every vocab thing you didn't know. Or even if you did know something, if it was just something unusual, just bring up something unusual they just said. And it's faster than listening to people talk. It's all speed reading. That's what I like about this game. It makes you think about stuff, and this is where you learn what the main quest is. If you don't have the conversation here, you probably don't do the main quest, but you also may never even figure out there is a main quest, and then it's like just going around talking to some tribes and stuff. I tried admiring the guy and I lost persuasion points. Like, this game doesn't want you admiring people. It's strange to think that's all you needed to do was give people compliments and they'd like you in real life, IRL. Everyone starts at a disposition of 40 out of 100. Yeah, everyone's just like, get lost. I was like, yeah, maybe it's kind of like that. I know, I'm not really looking to talk to anyone, usually outside. Or it comes and goes.
I have a feeling that you and
Any
I
time
are
now.
about to become very close.
Vodinius Nasius. These sound like a couple of like Greek or Latin names. Oh, right, Imperial. That's right. That's what these guys are.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, this isn't that good on the third time. I don't know. I think my faces might be covering the mini map. Dang. Maybe I'll put it on the other side of the screen.
Go ahead, stranger.
Yeah, and I think that's still a Strider thing. It looks like a giant bug because the game is saying that people that take public transit are insects. And that's how I was interpreting that big bug thing. Because it's supposed to be like riding the bus. Oh, and this guy's at 80 out of 100. But what I do like about this game a little bit is I like how I'm scrolling sideways through a bunch of little icon items, you know, thumbnails like on a computer. That's kind of cool, because in future games, I think you just scroll down and stuff. Yeah. Then I'm supposed to recognize what all these things are from seeing them multiple times or infer what the object is from the picture. This game still had a lot going on. There's so many objects that were created three-dimensionally. This is definitely better than PlayStation 1 graphics. And if you're being recommended to read for entertainment, yeah, bartering system. Hey, the guy likes me a little bit more because I bought something or sold something to him. That makes sense. And I shouldn't have bought in the Jack of all trades spell already, because it took all my gold. but is gonna get it eventually, though I don't really know why. I'm gonna find that scamp again. I bet I can find that scamp
Please,
again
feel
online.
free. Talk at your leisure.
Well, that sounded kind of weird. You know, there's a scamp I'm gonna rip off. Wow. I did not mind watching all of this the first time, and it was fun playing it. But then when the audio didn't record, that was really annoying. Oh no, I'm gonna be jumping around a lot. Eventually that jumping is going to get real fun. You'll see. It's like, well, Max, are you really gonna do this again? I think I am gonna do this again. And right about here, no, wait, a little bit farther, is this is like how far the game would go on my computer, and then I had to wait till it came out on Xbox, and then it would actually run on the original Xbox. So before, when I had it for a computer, and my computer wasn't good enough to play the game. Try uninstalling it and reinstalling it, and it just won't work. And an iconic opening to the game. And I think this guy actually symbolizes the creation of this game and the work of a role-playing game designer or a fantasy author. Look at him, he's, you know, dressed nice, expensive clothes, and then he's got scrolls of Icarian flight, like I care about people. And it's also the Icarian as in Icarus. He's flying too close to the sun because he's going too far out in this game. And what did he do? He just jumped off of something and committed suicide, or he got too high and he couldn't come back down to Earth. Yeah, Icarus and stuff. And if you read his journal, it says that he was going to use the scroll to jump to the top of the lighthouse. And yeah, that lighthouse even kind of looked cool as a kid. Look at how slow I'm moving now. And my fatigue is drained. And I didn't even know what the word fatigue was. And it's also a word no one ever uses outside of video games. Almost no one uses that word. And I used to say fatitude. Yeah, it's your fatitude. It's weird how you can barely see in front of you and there's just this fog everywhere, and the game is, reality is just creating itself like 30 feet ahead.
You have something to say to
Go
me?
ahead, stranger.
Alright, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna jump to the top of the lighthouse. And wow, look at the sky. And the sky, I think, looks better than it did on computer. There's the sun, and look at the water. Everything's just blowing me away. I'm just in awe. I think it's pretty. Oh, wow, look at the map. It's sort of just giving you these reactions. It's like, wow, this is really cool. Okay, let's try out this. Wow. Wow, I jumped a lot higher than I thought I would. That's strange. I sure am up in the sky for a long time. I can't even see the ground. Am I up in space now? Just in a blank void, I guess. Oh, okay, I am coming down. Oh! And I am just shocked. I'm dead. Wow, I'm already dead. 23, 32, 33. Wow. Yeah, this is all really shocking. Wow, there's that old Xbox controller. I used to really like that thing. And, you know, I think what you probably should do is just sell those scrolls, but then, you know, it's also dangerous, like if you were playing like morally correctly, completely to sell something that's dangerous like that, just because you're just trying to get rid of it. If you land in water, you're fine, even though that's not a real truth. It's kind of misleading, and you could have just taken a Silt Strider. But I wanted to travel this way because it makes me feel smart. I liked how it was loading area. Oh, and I'm dead again. Alright, let's try this one more time. I'm trying to jump to Balmoral. It's like, I don't even know why you're jumping to Balmoral. All you need to do is follow the road, and there's even, like, a cave you can go into, and you can fight little bugs along the way. You're missing out on all that. But I guess, you know, this is like a more experienced player that thinks they can just jump a couple miles. Look at that. Now that felt really cool, actually. I've never moved that fast in a video game before. It's like I just went skydiving. I'm James Bond now. I should have leveled up right there. Oh wow, and a fish is killing me. And that's another thing I remember now. It's like, this game is actually really difficult. And it's silly where it's like you can't even hit anything. I'm surprised magic works so good. I didn't think it was going to. And the audio in the game is cracking. That's strange. And this game you're supposed to like read and figure out what you're supposed to do. And it's like, oh hey, look at that, there's a filter. Now it's you know, dusk. Like that doesn't seem to really help. It only took me like half the distance. I can't believe I'm stopping to pick all these things up. You know, it's also weird that now I just want to kill mud crabs. If only there were just like a bunch of mud crabs evenly spaced out. And yeah, I used to just love the music in this game. Oh wow, this guy even looks cool just standing there. He's like watching the sunset. I'm interested in talking to him. What's he gonna say? What's his story? Oh, murderous outlaws. Tell me more about those. 100 gold. I don't have 100 gold. Fujal fooled us all. All right, I'll
How
try
does it feel to
fighting
know
him.
death is near?
Oh, he instantly killed me. I feel like in the original Xbox version, there was a health bar. Okay, here we go again. I guess I'll just avoid that guy. What was that? Was that like precognition? I guess that just happened in my mind. Oh, hey, a town. I'll go discover that town instead. That boat looks cool. Oh, wow. They kind of sort of just stitched these houses together, huh? Just live in weird little wooden shacks. This thing here is illegal. Yeah, now I'm playing as like a homeless person. I have to camp out outside of town. And as a kid, maybe that seems cool, but then when you know actual people that do have to do that, it's not cool. This is like you're playing in the game as like a very desperate person in a very hostile world. Like, ew, gross. So is that thing a worm? Now there's like a bug. Oh, God. Scrib. I think that's what the game is calling riders. Scribs. Scribe, you know? Oh, it's a bug man. It's gonna try and write a novel here. Now, see about Morrowind wasn't that far away. Huh. I don't know what I'm doing wandering around in the dark, climbing this mountain. this is probably pretty hard to watch. Well, already past the place, couldn't get over the mountain, probably should have just followed the road. I can't see too well because it's dark. Yeah, I can't wait to get that levitation spell so I can fly over these mountains, and I can't believe that a lot of players end up doing this where they're just crawling around on hills. Balmora, you get back here, and it's like, we used to live here. This has to be the most memorable city in Morrowind. Because it's a large city, it's the first one you find. Then once you discover all the cities, some places kind of look like each other. And yeah, it was pretty freaky, walking through here because I was remembering times where I just killed everyone in town and sold all their stuff. I actually had a really eerie feeling when I was passing through here again. Yeah, I'm not really feeling it right now.
Speak, traveler.
Yeah, and our expectations when we played this game are so basic that it's just sort of nice and comfortable to be here. That's where the Thieves Guild is, I think. Yeah, all I need to do is find this guy's house. I still remember where it is now. I used to not be able to remember any of these houses' names.
What's this about?
They all look the same. I couldn't remember a few seconds ago what I read. Pious Crusades. I can't believe this guy is gonna start giving me orders and now they just let me go and barely told me I was supposed to find this guy. He said I could sleep in his bed, so I was like, yeah, I'll sleep in your bed. And, I guess I'll call it quits before I do anything. And, was gonna try just jumping a bunch and see if I could level up my acrobatics one. This is kind of like doing push-ups in the game. And I'm like 70 of these. Yeah, and this might have been how easy it was to have a good time with your friends, or at least it seemed like that in your mind. Hey, let's pull that game out again. You can always watch you play that game. Then you don't know if people are actually enjoying it or if they're just going along with it. But, you know, I don't think people really play video games in front of people anymore. Or maybe they do. Alright, 9 more. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Count them out. And that, you know, yeah, I used to spend a lot of time jumping. Alright, well, that's good for now. I'll see you again later.